Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do some hand scoring and how to get some really valuable information from the ELA part of the IAB. And this is for the constructed responses. And it's really some valuable information. So pay close attention on this. Okay, so you sign into CASP, right? And then you're going to go to the Smarter Balanced Interim Assessments. And then you're going to go to Interim Assessment Hand Scoring System. And then this pulls up everybody because it's me. But when you log in as you, you're going to pull up your kids and you're going to see here score. Okay. And then you're going to see here what the rubric is and what is the main idea of the passage. Use details from the passage to support your answer. And then it'll tell you what the student's answer was. Think before you speak. Okay. And then here's a rubric. Score, rationale, response. Gives sufficient evidence to justify the main idea given. Gives limited evidence to support the main idea. Includes some examples. And then a response, no evidence to support the main idea. Okay, so then you can give your student a score, whatever score you think that they should get, okay, based on this. And then that's how you can give them a score, and then you submit the score, okay? And then if you want to see some exemplars, some examples, you can go in here. And here's a prep set, okay? So here gives like a grade 4, a stimulus. Students can read closely and analytically to comprehend a range of increasingly complex literary and informational texts. All right, so then it's going to give you the score of 2, informational. What's the main idea of the passage? Use details from the passage. And then it'll give you a student's response, all right? And then the score was a 2. And then it'll tell you why they scored them a 2. And then down here, they also scored a 2 and what the student's response was and why they scored them a 2. And then here, they scored them a 2. And then if you keep going down, they scored them a 1. And then why they scored them a 1. So this is going to give you really valuable information on number 1, how to score your students. And number 1, it'll give you information on how your students should be answering these things because they really need to provide evidence from the text to support their answer. They just can't say because. It has to be in the text. Okay, so then you can use these exemplars and it's really going to provide some valuable information for you. All right, and then you can give them the score and then submit the score. And then once you've done that, you'll have some more scores for you. But anyway, if I go, and then you can just go to the next response and it takes you to the next student. And you can see this student just typed in blah, 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 right? And then here's the rubric. Here's the exemplar. And it will give you some examples, again, if you're not sure. And then you can score the student, whatever you think they got, whatever you think they should get according to the rubric. And then you submit the score. Once you've done that, it's going to give you whether they're at level, above level, that kind of thing. So you're going to need to hand score them first. But really, it's not about scoring them. It's more about going over the rationale and the rubrics with the kids. That's the most important thing that you need to have. So if I were to start all over again with this, just so you guys can sort of see, okay, I'm going to go into CASP. I'm going to log in. Let me start here. I'm going to go into Smarter Balanced Interim Assessments. I'm going to go into Interim Assessment Hand Scoring System. I'm going to find my kiddos and I'm going to hit Score here. And then I'm going to find some of their answers here. And then I need to start scoring them. So I'm going to look here. I'm going to provide a score based on what I think they should get. And then I'm going to hit Submit Score. Score has been saved. Then I go to the next response. Okay, so that's how you score them. But this is the important part, the rubric and then the exemplars. And this exemplar is going to show you samples of how the state scored a student, how they gave them a 2, how they gave them a 1, how they gave them a 0. Really valuable information for your students.